I would be remiss if I did not talk about Jelena Mrdjenovich. Do you guys know her story at all?
No,
so
sir.
She's been a multi-world champion for a long time now. I believe she's been in the boxing game for 18 years. She's 40 wins, 10 losses, and 2 draws. And that's
a long boxing career.
It's a long boxing career. She's 38 now, and especially with everything that's going on, the big question is, is why are you continuing to fight? The coach that she's had her entire career, who she calls her second dad, and I believe it because we all at some point get that close to our coaches that they become like uncles or very, very close family members or what have you. She calls this gentleman her second dad, is in a vegetative state up there in Canada, and so she just did her first camp without her coach, went to the boxing ring without her coach for the very first time. And I have not had to experience what that feels like without understanding why my dad is not there. I've had moments where my dad wasn't in my corner, but I've never had to come back to the corner and not see my dad for this type of reason, or any type of reason such as this. So the whole entire fight it was a brawl back and forth. Her and Polana, excuse me, I'm messing up this name. I need to look at it real quick. This young lady's name is Paola Torres. Paola Torres. And this was a back and forth match. Both those young ladies have been champions before, and back and forth match. And I'm saying Jelena has better boxing ability than this young lady. This young lady is just Mexican style. She's gonna come after you the entire fight. It's gonna be entertaining, but Jelena needs to take some steps back, get some range and some distance, use her jab, use her boxing skills. Pop. She did the head collision. Bop, another head collision. Now Jelena's cut over the eyes, and she's just standing in there fighting. Commentator comes to me and says, we have to wonder, is this emotional boxing? And I felt like it could have been her just kind of fighting with her heart and really not caring about the outcome, just really wanting to be in there and experience some level of her and her coach being together, even though they weren't together. She wins the match, and after the fight, they do an interview and everything about her. I don't know if anyone who's not too keen on the female boxing circuit, Amanda Serrano is like one of the best female fighters out there, and Jelena has been on her ASS for a long time. They've been trying to make a fight happen for some years now, and they have not come up to it. So after the fight, of course, the only thing we want to know is, when are you and Amanda Serrano getting in the ring? She says, listen, this is my moment. Let me breathe. Can I please just breathe? I just went through something tragic. I'm still going through it right now. I had a breakdown before I went to the back room, and my coach just looked at me and said, get your shit together. And I had to get it together. She said, listen, anybody who's going through anything right now, you have to understand that you just put your head down and you keep going after it, because there's nothing else you can do. Right now, we're going through a pandemic. There's nothing else that we can do. I tell my wife all the time, like, hey, either we order groceries, I go out and get them, you go out. We have to continue to live our lives, living more safely and with more intelligence than ever before, more safety than ever before. But at the same time, we cannot stop. And so to see Jelena go out there, 50 plus fights, doesn't have to do it. She's 38. She's been a multi-world champion. What more are you going after? And she basically is like, man, I just wanted to do this one time for him. I've done it with him, and we've done it together, and we've done it for each other. But I wanted to do it this time for him. So there's a great story right there. Look up Jelena and just try to follow her. If not follow her, at least just take a look at her story and get some motivation and inspiration from it. I stood up when she said that last little tidbit, and I clapped for her because, again, I've never been through that situation, but when I can sympathize for you and with you and understand that I have everything that I need to be successful, there's no excuse. You damn sure didn't make no excuse getting in the ring tonight. I got no excuses moving forward. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, if there's that little bit of inspiration that you can get, go ahead and get it. You guys just check out that story.
And also a real quick thing, if you don't watch women's boxing because it's women, just slap yourself, because it's good boxing. It's good action.
What you think about it, Carson?
About women's boxing in general?
Female fighting, yeah.
It's great. It's a lot of it's honestly sometimes more action packed than men's boxing.
I kind of feel like it's always more action packed.
Yeah, I think it's 2020. It's almost 2021. Let's be past that because that's just some clown stuff. But no, I think there's a lot of female boxers, and I think as they continue, the promoters and everything. I know Lou DiBella has mentioned he wants to get more women's fights on the cards, which is great. Yeah, the more exposure it gets, maybe the more people will be like, oh, okay, maybe I was wrong.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's the kind of the first thing that I said when they came to the ring is you're gonna see these young ladies do something that you wouldn't expect. They fight to the end of the fight. From beginning to end. I mean, every woman who goes out there to fight that I've seen, at least, they go out there and it's almost like me. Like when I get in the ring, it's like I have no other recollection other than fighting with my heart. And you see those women, they fight with their heart, you know. So
no doubt.
That's definitely
and if you're saying you don't like it or this and that, you probably never really watched it because it's action packed, like the guy says. It's true. Like usually from as soon as the bell hits, they're going at it. Like Shawn said, sometimes you want to step back and do this, but that's usually a brawl. Honestly,
don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw because I know you did. What you need to do now: hit that subscribe button, hit the like. Hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday. Something new for you right here on the Porterweight Podcast.